Greetings and welcome, travelers. Here I am once again. It's Dashboard Devil, and we're going to take a look at those new parts today. You can see I've pretty much laid them all out there in the background. Got it all set up, and I put a ton of candelabra blooms so I can see them at night. It gets kind of dark on this planet. This is the anglerfish planet. It's right over there. I found this cool spot that I thought might be fun to have another building on. And so yeah, thought we could dig into some of this and see what's up with all the new parts. I was hoping for an update by now, just to hopefully do something about all this pattern glitching at the very least, and then uncover, some of the other building parts that we've got. Oh, I just realized one of the things I didn't put down was all the antennas and some of the other stuff, but we'll get into that as needed. But here we are, and I've color glitched everything to the purple and lavender, I guess you could say, or lilac and purple. After doing it, I wasn't quite as impressed as I thought I would be, but I did it all at night, so I couldn't see what it looked like until I shed some light on it. Uh, so I'll probably, as necessary, color glitch different colors on them as we go. And that's what all of these. I've got all these. Where are they? Yeah, the emergency lamps. Those will help me color glitch everything. So yeah, let's take a look at this. Oh, and YouTube just glitched out on me and my chat went away. Hold on just a second. Oh, it must have updated. Hold on 1 second. Might be still updating. It just kind of crashed on me. Okay. Are you okay, come on. Get it together. Schmack. Man, it just keeps crashing. 1 second. Let me try this again. There we go. Now we're back in. And welcome in, Zesty. So glad you could make it today. I started off with a 32-sided circle originally, but it took up way more parts than I wanted to part with. So I took it down and created this 24-sided, or was it 24 or 26? Let's count from out there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 24. And that is color glitched. I made it that color, but I don't know if it's going to stay that way. Once the mods are active again, I can easily just color shift whatever, so it's not going to matter entirely too much as we kick this off. So we've got all of these in the background. Triple tank roof. This one's pretty cool. I bet it'll look really nice. Supersized. And I think I'm just going to pull that out right now just to see what that looks like supersized. Already got 2 wires going. Holy smokes. That's pretty sweet, but I feel like the base is too large when it gets to be that size. It could still be useful for certain things. Super nice though. I'd love to have just that top part without the base on it. That'd be nice. Okay, we'll delete that. It seems larger than it should be, but hey, I'm not complaining. The detail on these is magnificent. All the rusted pipes and the rest of the layers upon layers of decor and texture. And these little pods. Those would be another great thing to have, is just the separate pods by themselves. Like this could be another version of the sphere that we have. I'd be down with that. I love the purple neon on all of this stuff. Is just chef's kiss. But yeah, all these little pods would be magnificent. I'll flip this one around. God, this one's got a ton of pods on it. Why is that not? That's weird. It wasn't snapping. Free placement, snap placement. But it's not snapping. Oh, weird. Alright. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this outer layer, because that's where I want the outer layer of parts to go. And we'll make some sort of grand entrance right here. Let's try something here. Oh yeah, that'll fit there. It's a different color, but we can fix that later. Cool. I was pretty bummed at my last stream, that extra stream I did on Friday, because the game just froze. That was no fun at all. I learned my lesson trying to mess with those settlements, though. That's gonna have to be on the back burner until they fix things up. And I'm gonna go ahead and color glitch. Where is that part? Salvage large roof. Wow, this is absolutely massive. Let's see, one. Let's see what that looks like. Maybe I did need a 32-sided circle after all. You have to get really close to it to place it. That's trippy. I've got an idea for a bunch of these parts, but I'm keeping it under wraps for right now. It's something that I've been wanting to build for a long time, and it might just be something I can finally do with these parts. This is the vibe I've been looking for a while. And yeah, it's gonna make that project fucking killer, I think. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, these might be larger than what I want for this base. This is, I think, too small of a circle, and I really should have gone with a 32 if I was going to go that route. So I'll probably stick to some of these smaller bits. And but before we get into that, I don't think I got a chance to show these off in the last stream, but these were little ideas I was playing with. And that's a cluster of the 4 tallest ones, I think, or 4 of the tallest ones. And then I added in like this big antenna, this Exocraft summoning station, another large antenna, a couple of the black hole signs, and a couple of those screens, the blue screens down there. And then there was one more small antenna, and then that tall lamp post right there. There was another one of these, the hollow room projectors, but I ended up deleting it out because I had to place one up here, and the only way I could do that was by I could only have 3 in this one area. And so I deleted that. I deleted one off of here, and I'm going to go ahead and stick that back on because I like the vibe better with it. And it's super easy to just put this back. Just line it up as close to center as possible. Which isn't easy because all of these look slightly skewed when you're trying to do something like this. There we go. that looks way better. Very, very much better. Oh, that's funny. I just noticed when you're far away, the Atlantid refiner is all polygons. Look at that. It's reduced to polygons from a distance. Freaking hilarious. There it is over there. Does it look like that from here? Let's try it. Yeah, just freaking polygons. And the stairs rendered in is just flat surfaces. There it goes. Then it renders in all the way. Damn, that's funny. Okay. Back over here. Enwar was messing around with these parts with, was it Kale and, oh, I can't remember who all else was joining him. But damn, these are fun. And I'm a sucker for the dissonant crystal vibe. All the neon, just so damn cool. Okay, I'm gonna do I'm gonna try something a little different off to the side, I think. And that will be the classic, where is it? Classic Octacabinet. And we're going to do, oh gosh, I always forget which, well, I've never done this with the Atlantid refiner, so I'm going to give it a shot and see what direction the wire needs to go to get it to go in the direction that I want it. Hey there, Krusty. Did you get in a nap? I hope so. Yes, I am sneaky. I did that. um, I actually I copied that from someone. Someone did it, and I copied it. Okay. Grab that refiner. You saw what I managed to build, right? Yeah, is that it? Oh, weird. Oh, that's glitching really strangely. Oh, and it cascaded and deleted the friggin' Octo cabinet. Oh, that's just wrong. That might be a problem. I don't like the way it's glitching. That angle is kind of weird. Hopefully they change that. One of the things that I noticed about uh, glitching this part into place is it doesn't square up. And what I mean by that is that no matter what direction this goes in, like I can get them to square up with each other, but they don't go like a single point straight this direction or the double point that direction. And when you like spin it around, it's not even on both sides. The center point does not go in the center of the object. But this looks like it's glitching a little bit different. I'm going to try it again. Hey there, Double Tap. Good to see you. Oh, cool. They did do something on this last. The one thing they did correct the rotation on it. So now it is squared. So you've got two sides going perfectly square in this direction. The first release was not doing that at all. And everything was just skewed slightly. So that is very happy making. Just 1 second. Just gotta figure something out real quick. There we go. All right. My fan was unplugged and it's getting a little warm in here. Okay. Oh, I missed the heist. Get it when it comes back around. Hey, Enro, what's happening? How you doing, man? So that problem I was telling you about these not squaring up, they do now. On the last PC update, apparently, that did get fixed. If I can get this to cooperate. There we go. So now it lines up. So you got the two sides that square up perfectly. It was not doing that before, and I am so glad it's doing that now. That'll make the symmetrical design much easier to do. Yeah, it is such a cool new part. Um, One of the things I did the other day was, oh, where's that part? I've got all these laid out here. Was it this one? I think it was just this one. Yeah, it was just this one. This makes a really fantastic layered effect. If I can get it to go in the direction that I want it to, that'll be great. Oh wait, that was it. That's the one. So yeah, it fits pretty nicely in there. You've got the 5 circles from that roof piece poking through the center of the refiner part. Damn it. There you go. So then it does that. And it makes it the colors flash on top of the rotation of the pink crystals and then the pulsing outward from the refiner and then the neon purple of the roof piece just kind of tracing around. It's very cool. And we'll try it with a different color. Oh wait. Let's ditch that. Let's ditch that. And oh yeah, I know how I got it that color. Okay. So copy that. There's that. And grab this again. And then I can just repeat that pattern around. But not every single one. I think I was doing it like every... Okay, I should do either every 4th one or every 6th one. I think every 4th one and try that out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that'll go nicely if I can get it to... Come on. Damn it. Gotta delete that out of the way. It's blocking me. Yo, super soft drink. Welcome in. Okay, let's count these off again. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, God damn. Not cooperating. Okay. Keep that up. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, is that not? I don't think that's gonna work right. Let me try it from this side. Should have started in the middle. Might have to redo this again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and that glitched in the wrong direction, and it's in the wrong spot. Start in the middle. Okay, let's grab that part. Okay, am I in the middle? Yep, I'm in the middle. Put one of those right there so I don't have to go so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and that's going in the opposite direction. There's got to be a way to tell which direction that is. Oh, I know what I can use. I need to use the stone tile. Because that one I can tell which direction it's going in. Oh, wait, I don't need that wood. Okay, there's stone. Stone floor panel. Put a couple of those around. So I don't have to spin all the way around again. Okay, hopefully that'll work. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, fourth one. Alright, square is in the bottom right. Let's see if that's correct. Yeah, square in the bottom right. Square gets a circle. And 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the ticket right there. Get rid of those for a minute. Now we're back. Now we got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're back to the center again. One, 2, 3, 4. Oh man. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? timing is off today, I guess. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Why? Fuck. What is going on? Okay. That's it. User error. 4. There we go. That's it. And that one's a different color. Dang. Okay. Why? Why are you doing that? Oh, I just realized what I'm doing wrong. I'm accidentally hitting one of the other buttons at the same time, and that's what's screwing me up. Okay, now I just need to pay attention to that, and I'll be spiffy. And I'm going to go ahead and color glitch because I am not liking what I glitched those out to be. What else? Where is it? Salvaged gazebo roof. Love this part. Alright, so yeah, there we are. That's just a nice looking stack. Just those two parts alone are really sweet looking. Has that extra little heightened profile, and this part carries the design of this kind of up, and that just to me adds that much more depth to the merge, as it were. Because like that's one of the big things about glitch building is trying to get it to merge. At least for me, I like it to have that cohesive kind of look that kind of blends in with the other part. Oh, you got to head out, Christy. I'm so glad to see you. I hope you're getting some rest. Didn't hang up on you for nothing. All right. Oh, I forgot this one over here. So I'm kind of building a version of something that I showed to Enra the other day. But it was smaller than this. And I'm just looking to see how it vibes on a larger scale. And by larger scale, I just made it one or two more concentric circles out, I think. So there would just be a few more parts to it. And I went with, instead of a 32 sided, I went with a 24 sided. Okay. All right, and then I got this part. But I think I want to merge something else. I might want to merge a couple of different parts into that. I just don't know which ones yet. Just 1 second, I need a beverage. My throat's a little dry. Okay, that's better. Much better. Kind of like this one right here. I don't think that'll really overwhelm this. Oh, I just noticed that there's a twist to it. That is interesting. So the base is square, but the topper on it is twisted. I don't think I quite caught that before. I've used this in another little structure that I made up the hill, but I didn't quite catch that it's twisted like that. Need to grab you. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, it snaps under. That's great. There's that. Oh, but oh, that's not right. Freaking me out there for a second. Okay, so I don't think I want the part that twists. I'm going to go for a different piece. Let's try this out. But then I wanted to, oh, I know what I'm going to have to do differently. Let's delete that out. And I want to do something like, was it this one that I wanted? Let's try this one. Let's see where it takes us. And then I don't know if that's going to go on or if I'm going to have to glitch it into place. Okay. Why are you not... All right. Oh, it deleted out that... No, wait. Never mind. I'm a dork. Never mind. Okay. Not quite what I had in mind. Try this again with something different. Oh, what if we tried this? And then grabbed that. Let's do a UAG. Is that sitting at the right height? Oh, it's not going to sit where I want it to, I don't think. Maybe. Okay, that's still lower than I wanted it. Do. It is so wonky right now. Trying to get all this to work right is just not doing it. Okay, so I'll just drop a point there and then I can just glitch it however the hell I want it. But the trick is it in the right direction? That's really the trick. And it keeps disappearing. The point keeps disappearing. Okay. That is not the direction I wanted it. Alright. Pardon me while I fiddle with this and figure it out. Okay. Hard to see in there. Okay. Nope, that was... Actually, that might be it. And if you have any questions along the way, feel free to ask away, and I will do my best to answer them. And that did not go the way I wanted it to. Okay, bottom left. Oh man, it's such a pain when stuff gets stuck in the cache. Why are you going in that direction? That is not the direction I put that wire. Okay. Oh, and I just realized something. Let's see what this... That is still, no matter what direction I make that wire, it still does that. So, I'll do this one more time, but a different way. And we'll copy this. Yo, Scott, rinse, repeat. How's it going, fellow kids? Okay, that's the important one for the direction. So let's delete that. That's correct. So now we'll get this, and I'll put that in the direction that I want it. Grab that, and then snap it. Whoa, that was a weird merge. That's what I was looking for. That's a better vibe. Although it's not even centered either. What is what is with them lately not centering things? It is messing with my sense of order. Damn it. Yep, we got some new parts, Scott. There's most of them right there. 3 garage door variations, like that's wild. All the different arches. That tank is so sweet. Those tanks. I was watching Beeblebum and he was like, you know, those would make great thrusters for a little ship that you make out of parts. And I thought, hell yeah, that would be great. And then so we've got all these doors. The one thing I'm really disappointed in is the windows. Like the windows are so small. And then that's the single or the narrow the single wall. And then there's the full wall with the doors. But like, that's an extruded window part. Like, those are the windows. Yeah, extruded salvage window. Those tiny little windows. I mean, I guess maybe the autophage don't appreciate windows as much as, you know, other. I don't know. It seems silly to have such tiny ass windows. Salvaged window. Salvaged window base. Irregular salvaged window base. But they're like little tiny peepholes. It's kind of ridiculous. The sloped parts are pretty sweet. And these are all color glitched. They don't come this way naturally because that's just what I'm gonna do every time. Oh yeah, that's just the thin salvaged wall. Top, mid, and base. I dig the blue lights on these down at the bottom. That gives a really nice effect. The extruded walls are cool. This is just the best part. Totally. The Atlantid refiner. I was so hoping for an update today and have a lot of the colors corrected and textures corrected. But no such luck. Okay, let's do this again for the rest of these. Delete this stuff back out so it's easier to drop a wire down. So those are going to be really easy to snap back into place. Oh, now I just need to remember which direction this is supposed to go. Yep, that's the right direction. Okay, so delete that out. Grab this. Wait, you were supposed to delete out. And then drop that on the wire point. That's where you station your archer. Yeah, the windows are like prison windows. Yes, very much. Station your archers, yeah. I've heard of people losing saves to bugs in settlements. I played mine a bit today before I saw that bit of news. Think I'll wait for a patch until I log back in. Yeah, I'm kind of being a little daring right now. My last stream back on Friday, it was a surprise stream, and I got halfway through the stream and was about to switch gears to go come over here and play with these parts when all of a sudden I went to this was such a rookie mistake. I went to change the name of my new Atlantid settlement, and it just froze the game in that menu to change the name. Just completely froze. Couldn't do anything. Normally I can hop out, hop back in, go to my task manager, open that window, and then close it and go back to the game, and it pops back alive. But this time it just remained, no matter what I did, it was just frozen. And at that point I didn't want to start over a whole new stream, so I just called it right there instead. So I got lucky that nothing happened. Very, very lucky. Some people completely lost their save file, and I'm hoping that they'll be recoverable. We'll just have to see. Oops. Has anyone else had any issues? I hope not. Okay, here we go. Got all that going now. And like I said before, I'm kind of color glitching some of it, but not other parts. I'm not going to worry about that too much because I can just make it whatever color later when mods go live again, which I'm guessing that's going to be a while. I know the MBin compilers have been updated, but I don't know how all of that actually works together, so there's that. It's really a shame that these are not centered. I mean, most people aren't going to notice, but damn, I sure did. It's a travesty, Sean. So now it's starting to take a little bit of shape. But I forgot we need to take this one out because that's our entrance into this space. The circle you made is very Frostpunk. Nice. I'll take that. It does get pretty cold at night here. That's not necessarily frosty, but it does get cold in here. Cold out here. Okay, now we're going to go back and drop all this part again. Hopefully we don't need to delete everything again. If I get another harebrained idea. What would be super cool is if you could walk up inside each one of those and it served kind of some other purpose. But it's not quite tall enough. But that would be a great little, I don't know, control room of some sort or something. Just like, maybe a Gek could fit in there. And I'm trying to think about what else I could stick in there to make it even more interesting. There's got to be something I could stick in there. I'll have to ponder on that for a minute. To call in the freighter. Went and deleted a few bases earlier, and so like I'm flush. I kept having to empty out my my backpack because it was jam-packed full of stuff and it kept filling up. I think I got how many? Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 545 glass. Oh, 645 glass. Yeah, it was all the stuff that was in the cache from before. Oh, Frostpunk is a game on Steam. Oh, okay. How is it? Do you like it? Have you played it much? Oh, cool. I can free place in here. Oh, I can get the camera in here. Nice. Oops. That was goofy. Me not paying attention to what I'm doing. Oops, I did it again. That'll look really cool at night. Oh, you know what? What about supersizing it? What will that look like? Or like just a little bit sizing it up. I'm gonna try that. Come over here to the floor containment. Go to wire. Bring it back out of wire after drawing it out. Oh, dang it. I keep hitting the wrong button. I am bad at buttons today, y'all. Okay. Let's scale it up about there. Back to the Calcish room. Oh, that's dope. Fairly centered, not perfect. But I like it. Okay. I'll do that to a couple more and then see what it looks like at night. But I think that's about the right size. Move it over slightly, just off to that side. See if it'll go more centered up top. And that's definitely more centered. Could bring it forward some too. Let's keep it going. Might be able to do just a free placement. We'll try that next. Pull it forward. Ah, dang it. Alright, since that didn't work out, let's just try doing a free place. Oh, first try. Nice. That turned out pretty solid. Pretty solid there. Oh yeah. I like that vibe. But this needs something else. What if I do, it's going to be off center, but I'm going to try a, I also just remembered that all of the, or at least some of, maybe not all of them, but some of the, what do you call it, parts? The stabilized reality glitches. Okay, that one's defaulting to its normal default, but some of the other ones are defaulting to green. Like that. Or that one we just did for green. Oh shit, where's... Am I out? I'm out of light fissures. Okay. That's fixable. I've got another base in this same system. Pop over real quick and grab those. Oh yeah, save. That'd probably be a good idea, saving. Novel. Go off to Third Island. Cute. See, like, it's defaulting to green. That should not be green. Just drop a few of those. Now I've got light fissures. Oh wow, that's a wild look. It was not that color before. So the glitching separators have defaulted to black and red, which is interesting. And I haven't been able to access this, the base terminus, unless I'm on top of it lately, at this base anyway. It used to be fine, I could just walk right up to it and just use it, but not lately. Right, back to the angler. The entire crew of 2 escaped. We did it, Zesty. We did it. Yay, us. So yeah, this is on the same base as the anglerfish. I found out that I used up like 1,600 parts on that. So I've got another almost 1,400 to play with over here. So that's, you know, that's a pretty decent amount. Pretty decent. Okay, let's see if we can change the color. Oh, it's actually changing. It wasn't, no. Nope, it's not changing. Oh, weird. That looks kind of weirdly orange. Most everything is yellow or green or orange. Very orange. Alright. I'm going to make it red because that's the color that I want it. And hopefully it will remain as such. Or change to as such. That's not quite cutting it. That is not cutting it at all. Okay, this is back out. That's all right. We can easily drop it again, and I shouldn't have done that. Light fissure. Put it right here. And we'll make it just a bit larger than normal. And then just put that wire point on top of the wire point. And will that go? Is that even? That didn't make it as large as I had hoped. But that is a cool effect just by itself, because it fits right around that circle. But that's not big enough for what I was looking for. So, I'm going to do another larger wire. But it'll just be larger than that one, but not all the way to the largest. Oops. Try again. Try again. Stuck inside there for a second. Oh, I'm such a dork. I am such a dork. It was not working because I didn't do it right. Hopefully that's not too large. I think that covers it up okay. Maybe might need to make it a little bit smaller than that. It's so weirdly off center, that spike. Starting to not wanting to use that because it's so off center. It's a cool effect. It's just not lined up. Like, what the heck? Maybe I want a different part. Because that ain't doing what I wanted. What about... It's got to be something else I can use. Yo, Joy Roth, welcome in. How are you doing today? And what? Oh, and chat. Okay. I getcha. Okay, trying to figure out what part I want to put in here. Dang, pitting cherries and missed the heist. I got cherries yesterday. Had some this morning. Oh, they're so good right about now. It's cherry season. Go get your cherries, people. Don't like any of that. That, oh man. If I'd had a little freaking foresight, that would have been cool. Oh, but that looks nice by itself. The little lightning bolts are hidden. That's not a bad look. That's not a bad... I don't know. We'll see. If it doesn't... It makes it look like it's actually... Ah, but it doesn't have the height that I wanted, so... Let me get rid of all of this. And I might just go with one of those larger parts. But which one? Dang it, this is getting a little annoying. Just throwing stuff now just to see what happens. Hey, it didn't cascade delete. That's a thing. Oh, one of the parts earlier, I took it instead of copying it. Okay, we're going to try this. Probably need to get rid of the light fissure and possibly even that dome. Oh, whoa, no, 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 look at that. Oh, yes. Accidentally hit upon something really friggin' cool. Okay. Hell yeah. Hopefully this doesn't cascade delete. Let me hit the save. Too many of those. Hey, Delta Creator. Welcome. Welcome. Christy was in here for a while and then she left. I don't know. She never said if she got a nap or not. Trying to delete that. Okay, it kept everything. Oh man, that is so nice. That effect with the little lights surging upward. Oh cool, I can copy the light fissure. And I can just add that. Delete all of these. She needed it. Hopefully she did take a nap. I think she probably did. Stacking parts is so hot right now. So hot. Okay, did I place it right? One way to find out. Yes. Yes, that's so nice. Might have to play with that a little bit more and make that light fissure just a little larger. I wish mods were working right now and I could just resize it. That would be so much easier. But no. I have to make it larger than this one, but smaller than that one. We'll give it a go. The only thing is I have no way of knowing until I actually do it. Oops. Don't place it. But I do want to change its colors. And this is the hardest part with this kind of glitch. It's really difficult to remember how large you made it before. Let's go all the way up. Scale it back down a little bit. Hopefully that's right where we need it to be. And then grab that part. Oh, that's... Oh, I almost walked right off the ledge. See, over here, it's completely hidden. Over here, it is not. But it is giving me the effect that I was looking for. Yeah, like it wraps around the whole, well, not the whole outside. It doesn't go around the neon, but around the center core piece. But I don't like that sticking out. Like this one, you just barely see it right there. And no one's really going to notice that unless I point it out like, oh, and that's probably the upper limit because the edge of it is just sticking out. But at least I've got all the little teal kind of colored lights. That's a shame because that was kind of perfect. However, that said, let's grab, oh, the part that I deleted a minute ago. Salvage sphere tank roof. Alright. Go ahead and stack one back in there. There it goes. Yeah, that's it. And I just want to see what this looks like. It'll definitely cover up the flange of the light fissure. I just need it to find the wire point. Why is it? Oh, there it goes. Oh. Huh. That might be a little too much. It's not as clean as I would like that, unfortunately. Thinking. I'm gonna try this one more time. Back to the floral containment. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to change the color first. All the way as large as it'll get, and then bring it down. Completely guessing at this. I probably could have set up some kind of way to measure the height better, but I didn't think about that. It's a little late now. Oh, did I already? Oh, great. Okay, I'll just drop it there. Okay, it's smaller than that one. Looks like it might just fit inside that sphere. So take all of this back out. Copy that. Drop it right on top. Start off here. Oh, that almost fits perfectly inside that alone. So it's not as pronounced as it was before, but it's a little more pronounced than those over there, not by much. I do like that base pretty well for that part. It's a lot beefier. Oh, thanks, Zesty. No, I'm not freaking out at all, man. What are you talking about? Oh wait, I forgot to... How different is it really? Okay, it is still, it's a little bit more pronounced. So I forgot to take all of this stuff out. Remove those. Take that one out. Grab the light fissure out of there. Start all over again. Yeah, it's weird getting trapped inside when you when you place an object. Ah, help. Sometimes you can get out fast enough. Other times you just can't. And none of those times could I. Try that again. Now we're talking. And we're making progress. Delete some of this stuff out. Oops. Okay. All right, that's pretty dope. Now I've got to do it 2 more times. So I forgot about these 2 parts right here. Oh, jeebus. My 17-pound cat just jumped on my lap. That's what I need to do next time, is get in there really close like. You are so good, Dash. I wish I could learn glitch building. You know, I will point you to a series of videos that will walk you through the basics. Oh, my cat is at it again. It'll walk you through the basics, and you can just build upon that as you go. And the videos are split up in a nice little bite-sized bits, and you can practice each one, and everything kind of builds on up from there. And you could actually just go look it up. DG Squared on YouTube. He's got a series of beginning glitch building techniques. Very well explained, and it's a solid tutorial set right there. So go check out DG, and Zesty. DG is in the list. I think it's just exclamation DG if you're still around. Okay. Starting to take shape. Oh, and we're just heading into night so we can see. Oh, yeah, yeah. So it doesn't get all the way around the backside, but on the front. Okay, some of these are not exactly lined up right. Oh, I know what happened. I know what happened. I'll have to fix that later because I don't want to tear all that out one more time. But I think, yeah, I'll probably, that's going to be a lot easier once the mods are active again and I can just resize the light fissure to exactly what I need. But otherwise, that is a super cool effect. That's the effect that I want. I did that effect on another base, and that I have yet to show anyone because it's a super top secret project. But when I can finally share that, I will be so happy to share that. Okay. You know, some of the best builders on YouTube, they would teach you. Yeah, that's true. Like Enra would teach you. Um, there's plenty of people that would teach you. If I happen to find you in game again, um, yeah, I'll show you some tricks too. Need to practice more. Christy is teaching me, but I'm not being consistent. Got to work on that. It's you know, just make sure you're not you know, uh, being down on yourself about it because it does take a lot of practice. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy, but even as long as I've been doing this, I still run into issues where I'll have to go back and look up the glitch that I want to use because I forgot how to use it. It happens. That's true, Zesty. There's that should be the link for DG squared. Oh, did I not put the link in there? I must have not put the link on there. But if you go to, if you just look up DG squared, just like you see it there, um, just plug that into YouTube and you'll find um, all of his videos. All right. Just trying to think about how these all fit together and if this is how I want to keep it. Just want to delete these just for a second. See if I can actually fit through, and yes I can. Alright, still not sure what I want to do with that. But I do love this, so I'm going to keep adding those. But I just remembered that I need to do it just a little off center from that pattern on the floor to make it actually centered inside that center piece. Oh, not that one. Whoa, what happened to that? Oh, it's over there. There we go. Sometimes working in these tight spots is really difficult to get it just right. Because these are like micro movements. And they don't always like to micro move. And I've got sensitivity turned almost all the way down on my sticks, but it seems to like not do what I want it to do. Geothermal event detected. And while I do use a fair amount of glitches, there's also like this, what I'm doing right here, that's just hand placed. And there's a lot that you can do hand placed that gives a more natural feel to it than just all the glitch building. Videos are very helpful. I think I need one. Star Wizards taught me a lot in building. Ever grateful. Oh yeah, Star Wizard's great. He is often one of the first ones to figure out how how new parts work and go together and experiment like a madman. Okay, so we've got that. Now I want to build up a sort of an entrance. And for that, I want to go over here and see what kind of walls I like. That's why I laid all of these out, so I could just like, okay, that's the vibe I'm going for. The version of this that I did previously was much smaller, and it was only, I don't know, maybe 16 sided. This one is 24. I tried a 32, but it was way larger than I felt like making it at the time. Although that could change later on, and I could do a different base build. Building is like decorating an empty room. Therapeutic. It can very well be. Though sometimes when I am doing like the large shell of an item, like like the anglerfish over there. Once I got that complete, it was really hard to switch gears in my head to start thinking on that smaller internal scale. Like it can take me a few days before I really get in the groove of making that switch of focus. I feel bad as Star Wizard would leave what he is doing and starts helping me. He's a good guy. Everyone I've come across are very, very special. I love this community. Well, you know, that the thing is that any of the builders in our community are going to just stop what they're doing and help. Like I do it all the time. Enra does it. Star Wizard does it. Like everyone I know that builds will stop on a dime and to help someone out, and that is exactly why it's the best darn community out there, Zesty. It's true. And you know, you shouldn't feel bad at all because if we weren't willing to do it, we wouldn't stop and do it. And we're totally willing to do it. So of course we're going to stop and do whatever we can to help. That's just the way this community is. All right. Gonna delete you, and what? Okay. Okay. I've been playing a lot of Cyberpunk 2077 lately, and the run button is the opposite stick. And so when I come back here, I hit scan instead of run. Okay, I thought I was just going to do that, but I need to delete that out. And then drop this. Oh wait, that needs to go. And like these are just the alloy pieces, but they were in with all of these parts. So either they're not supposed to be here or they didn't get the texture right. They didn't get the right part at all for that. And that's what I'm leaning toward. Okay, why are you not... Let's move this up, out of the way. It is not snapping. Okay, it's snapping to that one. Why are you not snapping here? This is so weird when it does stuff like this. It's like it's not... Oh, I know why. Because there's too many parts in that one spot. So I need to delete that. And now it fits. Ta-da! There, that's better. Okay. All right. That's what I needed. And then so like over here, I'm not sure what's going to go all in this area right here yet. Aside from a short range teleporter that goes back and forth to the fish. Oh yeah, I've got to move that. And put another one back over here. There we go. That's looking pretty dope. I could even do something like put a second level ring that kind of goes inside. But I'd want a glass part to do that, and I'll need to wait until they fix that part right there. And okay, how to do this next part? I've got an idea. For the center area. Okay, I'm gonna need to grab one of these. Let's grab that one. Just to see if it'll blue and rose gold. What does that look like? It looks like nothing because none of that's changing. Okay. Ah, I'll do that again. So right now what I'm doing is building up a scaffolding. And let me think about this for a second. I'm going to have to delete a bunch of wires. Don't like doing that until the end, but I'm going to have to. So I've got all of these wires onto this point. Oh, I know what I need to do before that. Nope, not that. Okay, so in case I want to maintain my wire snap points under each one of these columns. So I've got them all in the center snap point. This is the original 2 snap points that created this whole circle. So I've got 6 wires. That I need to relocate. So what I need to do, where's the one that I grabbed? I grabbed this one over here. So what I'm going to do is create another wire and go to that same point over there. And I've maintained that point. So I can go back here, delete that, but I still have my point intact. And so if I need to come back and add stuff to that, then I can do so pretty easily. And just replace that. Wait a minute. Why is it standing up like that? Oh, that's weird. What happened? Why is it? It's sitting above that point. Let me see if snapping it in does the trick. No, it does not. Okay, that's disconcerting. But I don't have time to mess with that right now. What I am going to do is continue on with resetting some of those wire points. Just need to highlight the proper tile. But having trouble getting my... There we go. Alright, that's another wire. So delete each one as I go along, so that helps me keep track of everything. Click that in the spot. I don't know why it's sitting above. That's really bothersome. Why are you doing that to me? All right. There we go. Click that one in. Got that. just got one more to go. One of the big things is just when you start to do stuff this complicated is just keeping track of what wires are being placed where, and it can be a lot to pay attention to and remember. But again, once you get the hang of it, it gets easier and easier to do. Okay, so we're going to copy that. Copy that wall. And now that we made this point, this snap point right here, we're going to snap that part to it. And you can see it's got a lean. And then we'll put this up here. And then draw that wire out. And then set that part. So each time you drop a wire, it makes it lean in a little bit more. And then that's how you do that all the way around and you get a dome. But that's not exactly what we're going to do. We're going to do something a little bit different, but the setup is still the same. And then you just get into a groove. Uh-oh. I cannot put that on there. That's only 5, 6 wires, but it's not invalid position. Why is it telling me that? Okay, that was just a weird glitchy thing. So you can see how when you do that all the way around, you have that dome happening. And then we'll go in, delete each one of these. And I want to try, what part should I try? Can't remember. Oh, you know what? Oh, cool. Some more of the thumbnails have gone to what they're supposed to be. Oversized cog, monitor stack, shell assembly station. I did some fun stuff with that already. And then the oversized spool, that one is fixed. But we still have like this transmitter is not the vertical transmitter, cylindrical transmitter, and compact transmitter. So we still have 4 that are completely not only is the thumbnail wrong, but you can't even place the object. We can't even see what those are. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Okay. Where were we? Oh yeah. We were looking through for some of these objects. Let's see what the void, set up a couple of these just to see what they look like. See how tall they are. I have a feeling that the parts I really want are these transmitters. I'm pretty sure that those are the ones I'm going to want. However, I'll just stick with this for now, and I can always redo it. That's a pretty cool lamp. I like all of these parts, really. They're just super cool. So the reason I'm getting these out, just to experiment. So I'm going to copy that, go to WirePoint, which is the triangle on PlayStation, or B on Xbox. I don't remember what it is on keyboard. So what we're going to do is snap one of those to each point. And we'll end up with this arch. Instead of just using a wall. This is another way you can turn that into like a frame of sorts. And then as these all meet in the center, they'll kind of all point and kind of crisscross over each other. And that can make for a fun design. The only thing is once I get that up, I need to do a little bit more work first. Sometimes you get into the thick of it and you're like, if I'm going to do this right, which is what I like to do, I'm going to grab a small floor panel. Grab that small floor panel, go into wire mode, and snap one on each of these. If I can get it to show up. There are plenty of builds where it's really tempting to just go, oh, I'll just do the real basic thing. And while that is a great way to start your glitch building journey, I find it invigorating and what do you call it? It just gets me excited about trying new stuff by going the extra mile to do a little bit more setup. And what I mean by that is, so normally I would have to delete I would have to delete all of these wires. But what I can do is create an all new wire that connects. It connects. It's not connecting. This is ridiculous. Why is this not working? It should be working. This is really bizarre. Okay, there, it showed up. Okay, I know what I need to do. Come down here. Ah! Every time I get close. Ah, there. Okay, that's not what I wanted it to do. So we gotta start over. and then just drop the wire. So then I can delete this long wire, which frees me up to do the next set of this arch. And I've got the wire snap points right here. That's what I need. That's all I need. So it's worth it to do that so you don't have to risk losing a snap point later. It's easier to keep track of all of the points, and if you mess something up and decide to change it, you can do that without having to put all of the scaffolding back into place. And you're just dropping that wire each time. So you've got just a shorter version of it. Oh, what did I do? Forgot to copy it first. And so as I said about, you know, going that extra mile to do stuff like this is actually the first time I thought to do this. So I am still learning. I am still pushing myself to use different techniques, and it's so worthwhile to give it a shot. Okay, that one's there, so I can. Oh, did I make two of them? That's funny as hell. I made an extra one, so this one I can delete. Sometimes doing this just right to get everything to fit, it can be challenging. And this is one of those tricky moments where you have to put parts through parts in order to get other parts to part. And it looks like I parted them just right. Yeah, there's that point, and I can even do something there later if I want to add. And it's not quite in the center. It's kind of off center a bit, but something could go on that outer ring of snap points as well. And that's something I'll probably experiment with later. So now you've got this arch. We can move on to the next one. I don't think I did that right. That's okay. Not super necessary. So the first one, you just set it upright, and then the next one, that one is when you start angling it in. There we go. And after a while, oops, you can sometimes make mistakes. Is that okay? Yeah, that's right. I was going to originally say you get into a rhythm and you make less mistakes, but sometimes you still make mistakes, and that's all right. Okay, that is. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6. Always be careful and watch. Pay attention to what is highlighted before you delete, because you don't want to accidentally delete that wire out of the air. It's recoverable. You can still go back and fix that. It'll just take a little bit of extra work that you were probably not counting on. But, you know, we still love doing this, even though it's torturous sometimes. I just realized something. This whole time, okay, I think I just had my volume way down. But I'm going to check this anyway. Oh, that's decent. Okay, I just realized it was totally silent in my my headphones. I just had everything turned way down in my ear. Okay. Now I can hear everything. I hope you guys can too. Oh, just remembered I did not fill those parts back in. Super weird that they're at a different level now. Sound is good? Perfect. Okay. Just keep on. This is where the builder's hush comes in. The fabled builder's hush. You start to get into a groove and just go nonverbal. It's a habit. All right, let me just... Three, 4, 5, 6. There we go. As you can see, let me angle the camera down, and you can see those snap points. And after a while, you can just, it starts to take shape in your head, at least for me, and I can see how it all fits together in my head, and I start coming up with different ideas on what I could snap on here and how they might connect all up in the center, and then what happens after that. Alright, now we can move on to the next, and I keep forgetting to leave myself one of these over here. So I will just set them all up so I'll have it ready to go. And now I'm going to have to be really careful not to delete that bottom wire, because that is the point that holds all the other points together. It ties the whole room together, as it were. Again, it's still recoverable, but it can be a little bit of a nuisance. I like that hexagon shape around the circle in the middle. That's pretty sweet. Another geothermal event. Oh wait, no, that was correct. Keep on drawing those down. We got one more to go. The geothermals are kind of fun on this planet. The coolest one, well, there's two. My favorite two of those little localized phenomena are the lava spews and the lightning bolts. Those are my favorite. The geyser that just shot up through the floor is pretty cool too, just not as cool as the others, in my opinion. Should also put an extra one of these over here so I don't have to keep coming back. Just float it up there. And another thing I recommend is when you're going through, find like patterns that work for you, that like doing things in a sequence sometimes can save you a little bit of time when you're not flipping back and forth, and you have the same motion for several okay, I just forgot what I was talking about. This is the Nip Nip hour that you have joined. And if you haven't already, if you could do me a like and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. And if you want to know any more about No Man's High, there's a link in the description. Feel free to join our Discord. Hang. We are a very chill community. And we have a lot of silly fun. And you don't have to be a stoner to join. It's just a great chill vibe place where folks like to hang out. Oh, I'm so glad I actually set that, because I deleted. This is an example of paying close attention before you delete. Luckily, I already had that set up, so now I don't have to redo that. That one and that one. There we go. And you can see that dome start to not exactly appear, but the framework for it is in place. So I did this one build a while back. I just recently moved it to a new planet because I had, because Worlds, because that's what Worlds does. So I had to move it to another planet that was closer to the original planet it was on. And but in building the original, I had a huge pillar of scaffolding in the center. Massive mushroom. Probably like 15 walls high. And so I had like a 15 wall high core down the middle of it. And that's how I got all of my snap points. So all of that scaffolding was 1,500 parts just for the scaffolding. That was a wild build to accomplish. It was my first endeavor of that kind. And maybe at the end of this stream, I'll go and we'll go on a field trip, because you know I like to do field trips. Okay, so we're going to do the next set. We just have 2 more sets to do, and then the real fun begins. Oh no, I messed that up. Click the button too soon. Oh wait. That was just all wrong. That's what we're doing. When a snap point isn't really evident and coming up very easily the way it should, a lot of times you just have to re-angle yourself and try a bunch of different patterns of movement to try to get it to show up where you want it to. It can be a little frustrating when you encounter that, but that's a trick that can help you deal with that a little bit. Much like that. Builder's Hush. Oops. Heck yeah, I love hitting piece count with scaffolding. Yep, yep, it can get like that. One of the cool things about building in general, and also glitch building, is that there's a million ways to put things together. Different angles, different parts, different methodologies, and what it really comes down to is just whatever methodology works for you, stick with it. If anybody ever gives you grief about the methodology that you use to achieve what you're doing, they could just go kick rocks, because that's nonsense. Find what works for you and your aesthetic, and you won't be disappointed. Check that out. Getting close. Getting excited. Love how we all have the same parts and yet all see them different. Yeah, for sure. And thank you, Joyroth. And even more so than just that, Joyroth, I would also add that um, the way we can inspire each other, like you can take a look at what I'm doing and then take that idea and run with it in a different direction. And so it might have a small hint of what I'm doing, but it has a different vibe altogether. And that's another thing that I love about the community and the way we cross inspire each other, and we still come up with different stuff. And then when someone says, "Oh man, I love that part of your bass," "Oh, you do? Well, it just so happens I got that from so and so. I got it from DG, or I got it from Enra, or and that's freaking awesome. Just freaking awesome." There we go. You can see where it right that panel highlighting. I've highlighted the wire, and so sometimes you will look at a piece and you can see it pulsing like you've picked the right one, but you've actually picked not the right one. So another aspect of making sure that you're picking the right thing to delete. And now we've got that scaffolding complete. And we will go ahead and try a few parts to see. I still have a sneaky suspicion that the parts that I want are the ones that are not showing up right now. I I I know I know how this plays out, but we're still gonna play around with it and just we'll I have no idea how this is gonna look. And there's no EM field here anyway, so it's not going to go exactly, it's going to have those um, little lightning bolts to say that there's, hey, you can't place that here because there's no EM field. But this gives me an idea of what it could look like on another build. And can you like imagine that having all of that lit up? That would be amazing. Now, it is something that I could experiment with because right there, and I didn't even think about building this over here, but that's an EM field right there. And I'm just like, oh, why didn't you build that on the EM field? So there is a small chance that I will take this into Blender and move all of this over there. I don't know how big of a chance, but it's it's better than it's probably 50-50 at this point. Celebrity status. Those new terminals are going to be useful. I think they're in the flags menu. The terminals. Terminals? I'm looking. I'm looking. What kind of terminal? Oh, like the shell assembly? Is that what you're talking about, Joyroth? This thing? I've experimented with these already and did a bunch of green lighting. No, the boxes that are also on those wall pieces. Oh, wait, the boxes that are also on those wall pieces. I'm not sure. I'm unsure as to which parts you're speaking of. In the flag menu. That flag menu. What? The new patch? When was the new patch? I didn't see a new patch. Those two parts that were popping up blank. Oh, so no, I got the patch, but it didn't fix that for me. Like it fixed the thumbnails on some of these objects. The duplicate. Oh, yeah, the transmitter, the vertical transmitter, the cylindrical transmitter, and the compact transmitter. Yeah, yeah, I was talking about those earlier that like I keep those are the ones that I know I'm probably going to want here. I just have this feeling that those are the parts that I want to have on this stuff, but I still wanted to take a look at this. Take a look at some of these. A lot of times I will pick a part and I know that I'm not going to like it, but I pick it anyway because it might lead to something better. It might make me think of something that I hadn't thought about before. Welcome to Building Philosophy Hour. That is cooler than I actually thought it was going to be. Creates a little too much haze, I think, though. I like the color of the light, I like the shape, but there's a little too much haze to that. Oops. Glad I put that down there. Still gonna take a picture of it, log it. Sure, there's other things that we can find as well. And again, this falls under just like, what the heck would that look like? I just want to see what the strip coral is going to look like. That's wild. Can't do one, just one right now. Okay, that one did not snap properly. Whoa, that's trippy. Okay. I want to carry it out to its natural conclusion because I can't quite fully picture this in my head. Interesting. That is so trippy looking. Kind of a little bit of organic blended in with this ancient industrial. Alright, I need to go into camera mode. This is just too trippy. Whoa. Huh. That is freaking wild. And just having all the parts laid out, it looks like a little, almost like those cliff dwellings. That's kind of interesting. Now, I wonder what it would look like just if I change the color. Let's go all purple and then maybe red. The orange is interesting because it's such a stark difference, but it almost draws too much attention and isn't as cohesive. We'll play with a couple of different color combinations and see where it takes us. Like, this isn't where I was expecting this to go, but sometimes it just happens that way. Thank you, Delta Creator. Okay, that's pretty sweet. All right, I'm gonna do one other color. And that color, we're gonna try a teal. Because we've got a lot of purple in there. And then we've got a little bit of teal with those calcishrooms, and a little bit of that light comes through. Sometimes you get into this place where you just decide to go into a completely different direction. At the same time, you don't want to give up the direction that you already had in mind, because you know there's something there too. And that's how more than one base gets built on a theme. Whoa. That is a trip. Okay, this is a hard decision to make. Very hard decision to make. So freaking cool though. The purple blended well. It did, and having these parts right here that are like pinkish, almost like salmon in color, purpley though, a little bit more purpley, violet-ish. Kind of, it does make the purple of the coral stand out, and this might stand out a little too much. Again, I think it distracts too much like the orange did. So I believe that purple is the way to go. Pink might look good, just saying. Yeah, sometimes pink is great. I've got I don't really have a couple of bases in pink so much, but I do have pink lighting, like a purpley pink lighting that I do put in a bunch of my bases. And a couple of my I've got a couple of pink ships that are really cool. Thank you, Learned Hand. I appreciate that. It's kind of taken on a different path than I originally planned. It's very cool though. Yeah, I think that melds in better. So there's a better balance between that organic look and all of this machinery. The next part is so I realized that I don't want to leave this side that open, so I'm going to do another string, and then there's going to be an opening, kind of like a large arch of some sort in here. And I'll just figure that out as we go along. Okay. Oops. All right. Go again. And like I've said before, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you want me to go over a technique that you see, or another technique, and if I know it, we'll go over it. Oh, I'm lost. Okay. Do I still have... There's my square. That's what I needed. Oh wait, I forgot to clear out the cache. Now I need to grab the square. Each time I get just a little bit faster. Oh wait. Oh, did that one backwards. Okay, click. Get Get rid of those. And then I'll probably leave that one for now until I figure out what this opening archway is going to be like. I'll go ahead and drop one of these. I wasn't sure how much of the center I wanted to bring everything into, but I think it's going to make a sweet looking pattern. And I was right. Look at that. Tuck some lights in there. Oh man, that's going to be killer. Let's see what it looks like from up above. Oh yeah, aside from that floor tile, let me delete that out. If I can find it. There it is. And then delete you, that. Take that out. Didn't even use those. Sometimes you set up scaffolding or parts that you think you're going to need and you just don't. And that's alright too. All part of the game. Oh, whoa. Just happened upon a picture here. Hold on just a second. As many of you know, I am a sucker for stopping to take some virtual photography. Clouds. Oh, that's a little too much fog. There we go. That's a little better. And then one without that guy. That guy. Oh no, I gotta take a picture of that anyway. That's just ridiculous. Alright, so I'm going to snap a shot of this. Oh, but first I want to readjust the fog because I want it to stand out a little bit better. Click there, and then let's see what this looks like. That's sweet. Change the time of the day, see what happens there. This is another subject that I like to talk about, virtual photography. I take many, many screenshots in this game. My last estimate is that I've taken close to 40,000 screenshots in this game in 7.5, getting close to 8 years playing this game. It's an insane amount. I have a real issue. Oh, I completely spaced my original need to do this. To look at this at night. Of course, it needs more lights up in the dome area. And so, like, I'm taking a whole bunch of pictures of this, and many of those will never see the light of day. I'll never post them anywhere or anything like that, unless I'm showing someone specifically the differences between some of the things that I worked on. But for the most part, I won't post them on social media or anything like that. That looks nice. Pretty darn nice. Got to go, Dash. Totally enjoyed the stream. Thanks for encouraging words. Bye, everyone. Have a great evening, Delta Creator. Always good to have you drop by. And seriously, next time I bump into you in chat and we both have time, I'll totally help you in game. It'll be great. It'll be great fun. Okay. So, what I haven't done in quite a while is save. It's a very bad habit to get into, is forgetting to save, and that's one of my worst habits. I've lost too much stuff, even with the autosave. Sometimes it doesn't always autosave when it's supposed to, and I've lost. Oh man, I've lost before. All right, so we're gonna take a break from this for right now. We're gonna hop over here just real quick. If you haven't seen the anglerfish, the other part of this build that I'm working on. And this all started with a glass dome. I was just going to make a dome. And then it turned into this. There's the fish that it's chasing down. Oh, that looks pretty sweet in the same shot. I might have to actually put a bunch of little of housing kind of things on that cliff wall. That is pretty sweet. And this is what it looks like kind of in motion. All the race initiators pulsing together. Got the goldfish swimming in air, I guess. Compound bulb on the back end with the Euclid moonrise signs kind of doubled up on each other into this triangle shape. Bubble pipes. And then we'll go inside the hallway and make myself disappear real quick. Shrunken down roof parts, the new parts. Got this large area. There's my disco ball up there that I put together. Kind of a fun thing to put together. You can see it casts all this great blue light everywhere. It looks like a light show. And then here's the DJ booth. And there's my DJ. And he's got a couple of turntables. A little beverage table. And that part right there, the green part that's showing up green, that is the console in the settlements. I was able to, that's in the save editor. You can add that to your PC file. And yeah, so other players can actually see it because it's an actual part in the game. And that's a mod, not the save editor actually. It's a mod that allowed me to place that. Then we have a bunch of seating areas. The colors on several of the items here are not functioning properly because of the update. So what you're seeing isn't exactly the right colors that it should be. The race initiators really make it pop very creative. Thank you. That just jumped into my head and I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna try that out. And it worked. This is a bunch of those signs that we got with the space station update. And I just put them around in a circle. Put some other objects on there. You can see the teapot and the cup over there on top of a shrunken down bar stool. That makes a really nice goblet. And then I put a sticker over everything to just make it look funky and strange and interesting. And then a little chill hangout space. And that goes back into where the tail is. Used one of the new parts for this funky table. And then I used the cog with the black hole sign and then the frosty Atlas statue. And then there's more goblets. And then this is all awry because of the update. I had those chairs on those light tables, but I removed all the chairs so I could color glitch the sides of them. They normally come orange, but I made them black. Went to put them back on top of the light tables, and there's a giant hitbox on the light tables now. So that was frustrating, but in all of that, I found out that this is the bottom of the chair now. That is so trippy. And that might be fun to play with as some sort of design feature on a wall or something like that. Like the new texture on the chair is freaking awesome. So yeah, so that spot's in disarray. But then we have the bar. And I'm pretty happy with the bar. I didn't want to use the same old parts, like the bar tables that we normally have. I tried something new, shrunk down some windows, layered with different parts. You can see one of the relic pieces back there reflecting that blue and red coloration behind that little sign that reads out. Has a fantastic effect. And so I've got a bar flap going on, and then I just put a couple of posters on the bottom of it to make it a lot more interesting. And then it's just shiny on that side with the blue system decal. Lots of beverages. I got to figure out how to do something about that hitbox and drop those parts down lower. I might have to remove the top, set the parts down, and then put the top back on. It's a little bit of a hassle, but I think it might be worth it to have that immersion feel better when all of these objects are on the table and not floating in the air. And here's the food replicator back here. See all the different parts that went into making that, including those bubble pipes and the cyclonic lathe to give it a little extra movement in there. And there's a tiny Atlantid refiner up at the top, just shrunken down and stuck on there. So that's the bar. And we'll go out here real quick, and here's more of the refiners. Flip a plate upside down and you have a cool table. 2 parts, super simple. Only one glitch necessary to do that. And then this fun seating area. So, like I promised, we're going to go on a field trip and we're going to check out the giant mushroom. Hit that save beacon again. Wait, it might not be, it's not on this save file. So let's go to mode select. Which save file is that on? I think it's this one. And the system I am rolling up into right now is the triple collision system discovered by Starship Stoner, aka the Dude. There are 2 planets and 1 moon all collided together. But that's not on this base. This is my Atlantid settlement. We're going to take a ride. Here we are. This is now called the Mycelial Incursion. And this was moved from another planet that got messed up from Worlds. And it is back almost very similar to its original habitat, so to speak. And I had a whole other bunch of smaller mushrooms all around it, and this decked out building. But I decided to not move all of the tiny mushrooms. I'm going to do something else with those at a later date. And so I moved this mushroom here to this gorgeous bubble lush planet. And so instead of having all the other parts around it, the smaller mushrooms, I'm going to have I'm working on a spiral staircase down the entire center of it. So I think we've gotten just far enough away. Maybe too far away. But we'll see it as we come around the corner and out from these trees. God, I went pretty fast. Here we go. The Mycelial Incursion. It's a lot to take in. Now let's go into photo mode. And I can take you through it real quick. Got some short range teleporters. They went to a couple of different places. They're from the old, how the old build was put together. Those will get deleted probably. Yeah, those will get deleted. We've got all these giant pink crystals. A bunch of the watertight doors and some sized up watertight doors. And on 4 of those, there are landing pads. You can see my ship right there. And that's alternating Traveler and Skull decals. Oh, and then I forgot I put that one there. I don't remember putting that one there. Maybe I did and just forgot about it, because I do that sometimes. Yes, I did that intentionally. So we've got the coral piece that we were just working on the other base build with the compound bulb, more of the crystals, and then calcishrooms. And that gives us our mushroom cap. And then we go underneath. This is my favorite part, the frills underneath. That's my favorite part of this build. It looks just like the frills on a mushroom. It took me a while to figure out how to give that sort of illusion. And then I was so excited when I hit upon this. And it just turned out fantastic. So we've got through here We've got more compound bulbs, and then we've got the other ones, like I can't remember the name of that. I can't remember the name of it. And then the coral, the race force multipliers with more compound bulbs embedded in them. A whole row of aquariums, compound bulbs, watertight doors, and coral stars. And just you can see the patterns start to repeat until we get to the bottom. And I'm so happy to have found this planet. It's just gorgeous. And this is another nice part, this kaleidoscope as you go down the center of it. That's the scaffolding for my spiral staircase. And I have not shown this part of it to anyone yet. Like, this is pretty new. And then there's the scaffolding just goes around. It has a sweet looking effect. Just thought I would show that off because it's neat looking. But most of that scaffolding is all going to go away. There'll still be a center, but it won't have the solid core down the middle. It'll just have these stairs going around, and it'll be lit in interesting ways. And so if you start down here and go back up, you've got that kaleidoscopic effect again. Very, very trippy. Now we'll go back down. And so this is the pattern that I'm using to make the stairs. Still very much in progress. We'll see if this works. I have this idea in my head, but I'm not really gonna know for sure if it works until it's all completed. If it might not end up looking like this, and this is a massive amount of work to try to put together. Even this part right here was very not easy. There's an insane amount of possible snap points to put these parts. So it's difficult to find it exactly where I need to put it. And then I've got the skulls on there casting all that blue light. And then and then the rest of those skulls will also have the lamp right there to give it that purple cast. And we'll just come around to the entrance. Oh, here it is. Went around the wrong way. And there's what it looks like out of camera mode. And you just watch the pulse, the light pulse. Yeah, so this is the mycelial incursion. And I don't know when I'm going to have that done. It's tacked on to the list of a dozen other in progress bases that I keep going, oh shiny, look at all the new parts, and go and do all of that for a while. So I'll get back to this one before too long, hopefully. And yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. But I think this is where I'm going to end it for today. I appreciate everyone stopping by and spending some of your valuable time with me. I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, afternoon, whichever is apropos for you around this big giant planet of ours. I wish you well, and if you haven't yet, please drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Helps out the algorithm, helps me grow, and it's much appreciated. So until next time, have a good one.